The first step in this journey was when we drove by the house, and it just seemed like home. Like the area and the lot, just everything about it, the convenience to places that we like to go and things we like to do.
It wasn't for sale, but we wrote a letter telling them about our family and our hope to possibly live here. And after that, we bought the home and we thought we would do a remodel. It was a 50s Rambler. We thought it could make it ours. And when we looked into remodeling, there was just so much work to be done. It was just cost prohibitive. So we decided to just pause. We lived in the house kind of as is for a couple of years. As we lived here, we just grew to love the neighborhood, decided that this is really where we wanted to be. So we started to look into building a new home that would fit our needs and keep us in this great location.
This particular homeowner lived on site in the prior home, and as their family was growing and they wanted to, update or expand the space, the options they had were, do we remodel our existing home? And based on what that was going to end up costing, they wanted to explore, well, what would it take to construct a new home here? Because then you can kind of get everything that you want from that.
We had some familiarity with McDonald and met with the folks there, and everything was positive, and we felt really comfortable with them, that they could bring our vision to life with this home, and we felt confident that they'd be able to do that.
From there, just the approach that we take resonated with the experience they wanted in building a custom home.
Started out with, I'd say, a list of 50 different pretty specific ideas that we had about different features we wanted to have, and we worked with Teresa on the architecture, and she just was so wonderful and receptive to our ideas, and it was a really great process working together.
They really gave us the freedom to pursue our ideas about what we wanted in a home, but then also be realistic with us and tell us, this might not work, have you thought about this? And to kind of fill in some of the gaps that were missing from our overall idea and offer their expertise.
The thing I've noticed about McDonald is they really are a very customized home builder. They take their time and they listen and they get really creative, and their ultimate goal is to give them an unbelievable experience. This home is a great example.
The thought of building a new home was really overwhelming to us, and that's one thing that gave us pause initially. And they really did walk us through the process, the timeline, all those details, so we could understand the different moving parts.
Yeah, the timeline was laid out very clearly from the beginning, and so it really gave us confidence to know that although there are a lot of things that we need to tackle, there's a plan and there's people to help us along the way.
Carol had recommended that we meet with Tradition and get some information from them as far as the construction loan.
Most people's primary asset is their residence that they live in, so that becomes a source of collateral for most people's loans. Well, in this instance, the homeowners occupied the house, and it really just becomes, again, that balancing act between what works best for the client and what they're comfortable for, and what Tom and his team can deliver in terms of options for them to consider.
I met Colin and Lisa Peterson through McDonald Construction. The first thing I want to do is establish, okay, who are these people? What are their goals? What's their timing? What are the challenges? What are the hurdles? Gather the information and create what I would do if it were me. The client needs to devote time to you, just like they do to design the house, to design the financing. So we peeled back the layers, kind of looked at different ways to do things. Ultimately, they landed on a teardown.
He made us aware of this program with Better Futures, where they would actually deconstruct the house piece by piece. And it just seemed like such an interesting idea, and we had never heard of that before.
And the workers were fabulous. They did a great job and they were very efficient. Rather than just tearing it down, knowing that it would be reused in some way, provided some personal benefit and assurance to us as well.
Every time we had a question for Tradition, they were very responsive. The same with the McDonald team. It's a lot of unknowns going through this process, and they were always there to hold our hand and guide us and give us the options so that we could become educated and choose the best route for us.
And then there's also the Builder Trend app. That was really a nice supplement to the personal relationships and the phone calls, because the information was given to us proactively through that, and the updates were very frequent and usually answered our questions before we even had to ask.
It was exciting to have them ask us to put the home in the artisan tour. I feel like it was a compliment to us and our style choices. We're so excited to move in. I mean, our kids have friends in the neighborhood, babysitters that the kids enjoy spending time with. Our daughter will be starting kindergarten in the fall. It'd be so nice to be getting on the bus right to school.
We were very conscientious about making the right decision, and so it took a little longer than maybe we would have hoped, but I think it was the right amount of time for us. And now we're nearing the end of it and the beginning of a new chapter, and it just feels awesome.
We're really happy to be coming back here, and this is a place that just feels like home to us.